In this tutorial, you will be shown on how to use the Employee Information Manager. Your first step is to locate the menu bar that's situated on the left side of the page. Find the Human Resources Management category under which you will find Employee Information Manager. Click on it and you will be directed to a page such as this. As you can see, this page contains a list of all the codes of the employees, the name of the employees, the department that they work in, and the designation they hold. Let's say that you want to find a specific employee, therefore you will need to filter out this list. You can filter out this list in two ways. The first way is to use the filter options available here. You can filter them based on their code, the name, department, or designation. Another way you can do this is to use the filter icon over here. Again, you can filter them based on the employee name, department, or designation. Moving on, let's say that you want to now create a new employee into the system. You can do this by a simple click of this plus button over here. Once you click on this button, you will be directed to such a page. This page requires you to fill all relevant details about the employee. Information such as the employee number, employee name, calling name, surname, initials, NIC number, EPF number, and the date of birth is mandatory to be entered. You can also choose an image of the employee to easily identify them. Next, additional information can also be entered, such as the contact details. Next, personal details. Next, job-related details. It has to be noted that if this field is to be filled, the effective from date is mandatory while the to date isn't mandatory. In this field, all information relating to their job is to be entered, such as department, designation, location, employee type, employee calendar, salary process group, level, salary code, pattern group, overtime status, leave group, training group, business unit, and user access level. Next, grade revisions. Again, it has to be noted that if this field is to be filled, the effective date is mandatory while the to date isn't mandatory. Once you've added the information, simply click Add for it to be saved into the system. Next, workplace allocation. The from date is mandatory while the to date isn't mandatory. Reporting persons. Here you can enter the name of the employee that they are reporting to. Again, effective from date is mandatory, to date isn't mandatory. Moving on, emergency contacts. Here you can list out the name of the emergency contact, the relationship with the employee, the mobile number, and the address. Once you've entered all information, simply click Add for it to be temporarily saved into the system. In the education qualification, you can list down the name of the qualification, the name of the institute, commence date, and completed date. The name of the institute is mandatory, along with the commence date. However, completed date isn't mandatory. Once you've added all relevant information, simply click Add for it to be temporarily saved into the system. Next comes Provident Fund allocation. If the employee who is being entered into the system is entitled to a certain amount of Provident Fund allocation, simply click the fund that they are entitled to, along with the fund effective from date and to date. Again, if this field is to be entered, the from date is mandatory while the to date isn't mandatory. Once you've entered all relevant details, simply click Add for it to be saved into the system temporarily. Next comes the employee date, which is then followed by work experience. Then basic salary. Effective from date is mandatory while to date isn't mandatory. Next, addition. If the employee is entitled to a certain amount of allowances, you can simply enter the allowance that they are entitled to along with the from date, to date, and the allowance amount. Then it will be processed accordingly in their payroll. Again, the effective from date is mandatory while the to date isn't mandatory. Similarly, deduction is treated the same way. Finally, addition after net salary and deduction after net salary. Once you've added all relevant information, simply click Add for it to be temporarily saved into the system. Once you've entered all information about the employee that is to be entered, simply click Save, or if you would like to create another new entry, click Save and New. In addition to this, let's say that you want to edit an existing employee's information. You can do this by a simple click of the Edit button here. Once you click on this button, you will be directed to a new page.